So, my name is Maha Mamo and I'm stateless. Stateless is the person who doesn't have any identity, any birth certificate, any passport, any kind of document that says who you are, who can identify you. In my case, I was born in Lebanon. In Lebanon, you get your nationality only if your dad is Lebanese. But as my parents are Syrian, my mom, she's Muslim, and my dad is Christian. In Syria, the wedding between Christian and Muslim is illegal. So they couldn't give me the nationality. And single mom, single dad, it doesn't exist in the law. So my sister, me and my brother, we were born in Lebanon. And we were raised in Lebanon as stateless persons. We're not Lebanese because my dad is not Lebanese. And we're not Syrian because the marriage between my mom and my dad is not recognized. What the life started to give me, and I started to feel that I have a problem, is when I was 6 years old. I used to run inside my school, to compete, to do all the sports activities. I was really hyper and really good person in sports. And then I never would able to compete with other schools. And this, as a child, was a real problem. Like, I couldn't understand why I cannot compete with other schools, why I cannot just be a part of a sport activity that doesn't need anything to present, it just need me. And after that, I was in school. I used to play basketball, and I was the team leader of the basketball school in my school. And then people from outside the school, they came and saw me playing. And then they wanted me to play with their club, but I couldn't because I didn't have identity. And that was the biggest disappointment of my life, as my passion was sports and was basketball. As you know, the first document that they ask you to present when you want to study in school is your ID, which I didn't have. So I wanted to do medicine. I wanted to be a doctor. I wanted to contribute a little bit in this world, making it better. But the first university that I went, they took all my documents and they threw them on my face. They said, who are you? We need your passport or your identity. How come we're gonna register you? And then I put a list of all the universities that exist, one after one after one, until I got to one university, which is AUL. And then they didn't have medicine, but they had business and computer. Then I said, okay, I'm gonna study one business computer. And then I did management information system. I get my master's degree as well. To study in a private university, we needed to work, and work was another challenge as well for a stateless person like me. Always they pay me less than other people because I was illegal worker, and I got more work to work, to have more responsibilities, more duties, more working hours, just because I was illegal. And the situation started to get worse and worse and worse, because in Lebanon we start to have the war, we start to have many checkpoints of the police, and I should run away from those checkpoints. Because if I stop on the police, I go to jail. And other than this, many things that you can imagine and you can take for granted in your life, I can't take it. I always have to worry about it. I always have to think twice about it. And a very simple thing, I was invited to a wedding, for my friend's wedding, and we were there, and then I got sick. They took me to the first hospital. The hospital didn't attend me, the second hospital. And then my friends, they showed their identity, and then they paid money for the hospital to attend me. So they considered me, who is she? Without documents, how are we gonna attend her? The only country that accepted my case, that told me you can come, not because I'm stateless, but because they considered my case as refugee, as my parents are Syrian, was Brazil. In 2014, they gave me the travel document, which is laissez-passer, just to enter to Brazil. But the embassy of Brazil in Lebanon, they tell you, we're not gonna help you in anything. You're all by your own. You're gonna do everything by your own. All that we can do, like to help you, is just to give you this travel document. And as desperate person, as someone who doesn't have any hope in Lebanon and someone who tried for 10 years to find solution, that was the only way out. So I came to Brazil, me, my sister and my brother. I didn't know anything about Brazil. I didn't speak even hi, which is oi. I don't know anything. I thought they spoke Spanish, they speak Portuguese. I know the football, of course, but with nothing. So I put on Facebook. I searched for Brazil. I found one of my friends, she was here. And then she gave me some contacts. I contacted them and they accepted me in their home. It was the first step to a new life, to a new hope, to a new dream. Brazil in 2014 wasn't ready. They didn't have, they know we're stateless, but they don't have on the law the definition of statelessness. They don't have a mechanism to solve our statelessness. So we were living as refugee. They gave us the right, the work permit, the right to live here as any citizen. We got half existence. We're halfway. I have my insurance. If I got sick, I can go to the hospital. I can get all the attendant like any other Brazilian citizen. I have all my rights and my duties, of course. On May 2016, we were accepted as refugees. We got our permanent residency, which is for 5 years. And then after 5 years, we went to, you get another 5 years and another 5 years. So things are starting to be more happy life in Brazil. We got our 5 years and then I could get my driving license and living a normal person who was born, newborn, And on 30 June 2016, that was the moment I lost everything in my life. The moment, the sad reality of being away from home, of being a foreigner, of not speaking the language, of living in a country which is not that safe, showed up. Is the moment I lost my brother with 26 years old. He was killed. And trying to steal him, they asked to steal the car. He was with his friend. They took the car, but they asked him for his watch and his wallet, that he didn't understand what they wanted. He couldn't understand the language. He got shot, only one bullet. It ended his life, and he died a stateless person. He lived 26 years living with this hope that somewhere, somehow, he will belong. But he died without belonging to anywhere, to any other country. He died and he left. He kept in this world now with me a bigger mission. Now, the biggest fear that anyone can have in this world, I believe, like any human being, is the fear of losing someone that you love. And I lost him. For me, I see myself, this is the mission of my life. This is where I want to be, this is what I want to do, is to solve this problem, to end statelessness worldwide. I don't want these 10 million people to come to Brazil. Now, this is not my goal. My goal is to solve the problem in their countries where they are. Today, proudly, really proudly, I'm with the Brazilian flag, holding it, because it was the only country that held me when no one really cared about me. The good thing is I could change the law in Brazil. We got the new law, which is 13445/2017, the number of the law. Of course, I didn't change it alone. I was just a small contribution with all the hard work that other people did. It was all the hard work of UNHCR, of the Social Society, of the Ministry of Justice, of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Everyone, they got the job and they approve it. Today, the law exists. It exists since February. It was the last improvement and regulation and all. 28 February. Today, we're like 2 May, but until now, no, I didn't get my nationality. No, I'm not Brazilian yet. I'm still a stateless person. Why? Because everything new needs time. And imagine a law that you create, it needs a lot of time. So step by step, I believe, like, I'm really pretty sure, for God's sake, until December, I can get my nationality. What does the law say? The law says, when a stateless person arrives to the country, you can ask for asylum from the embassies that they exist in your country, or once you get here inside the country, you ask for recognition of statelessness. Then you apply. The government, the Ministry of Justice, they will study if you're really stateless or no. They will see if you're really, like, I cannot just go say, yeah, I'm stateless and I have documents. No, they will revise your case, your story, everything, and then they will see. If, okay, you're real stateless, they will give you the permanent to work, to study, to live here in Brazil. It says first step, recognition of statelessness. The second step is the naturalization process. Of course, it's optional. They don't like oblige you, you should. No, it's optional. So any stateless that lives here for 2 years, it was recognized as stateless. He did the Portuguese exam, he got the certificate of the language, and no criminal records. He has the right to apply for naturalization, and then the government will just analyze and they will give you the answer. I'm not Brazilian yet, no, because I didn't know about this Portuguese exam, so I never had the certificate. And now I'm just waiting the government in order to publish when it will be, so I can apply, I can get the nationality, I can apply for naturalization after that. So today, in the world, we have 10 million stateless persons that they need your help, and they need my help, and they need all the voices that we can give. My goal today, starting from Brazil to all my continent, which is America, to have 0 stateless people in all America. And after America, I'm gonna go to the other 4 continents. In Brazil, you can, like, unemployment is so high. The security level is 0. Really, like, you don't feel safe here. The safety is really bad. People are dying from not having money to buy food. So situation, what Brazil has more than Australia? Why they want to help more people than Australia, you know? We're not saying like pay for them to come for you, no, but just study what you can do and how you can help better. So with this 10 million people, of course we can't reach all of them. Many of them, they didn't have the same opportunities that I had. Many of them, they don't have access to the internet, they don't have access to news, they don't have access to speak to people, they don't know how to speak, and how they don't even, like me, I didn't know that I was stateless. Like, you don't know the definition of your situation that you're passing through. But as much as we can do more awareness, as much as we can help more people. So, that's it.